Hello, hello. Testing, testing. You know, you'd think I'd test this before stream every time, but... I think it sounds good. Just gonna wait another minute or two for people to come in if they want to. If not, I'll just get started by myself. I am just trying to take a quick second. I just took a shower, so I'm braiding my hair. Hey Tyler Ferguson, welcome in. Guess I could switch over. How is the background volume? I think it's good. Boom. I hope everyone's having a good day. It sounds good. Awesome. Glad to hear it sounds good. Get my hair braided real quick. I thought to myself like an hour ago, oh, I can get a quick shower in before stream, and I did. I just needed to do one last thing, and it's the hardest part. So I will do a quick disclaimer here. I don't think I've seen any of these movies for quite a while. So my knowledge on them is not going to be perfect, but I'm going to do my best from what I remember in my childhood, growing up as a huge Pokemon fan, and we're just going to go with the flow, see how it vibes tonight. Nice and chill. God, I can't get this, my stupid hair. I haven't had my hair this long in a long time, and I never learned how to braid when I was little, so this has always been such a difficult experience, but we are just gonna call that good for now. Alrighty. I'm just gonna... And boom! There we go. Let's just zoom in just a little bit more, like that pesky little ad. Alrighty. So, Pokemon. What can I say about the Pokemon animated movies that hasn't been said already? I don't know, but tonight I am just gonna yap away about them because I think, honestly, low-key, they're pretty great movies. Just doing one last volume check real quick. I think it all sounds good. Open my cup of tea. Tea will be spilled tonight. I'm a tad quiet. Let's turn me up a wee bit. I am a little sleepy today, so my voice is also just quiet right now, but I'll probably get a little louder as stream goes on because I'll get passionate. But I'm just chilling. Alrighty, so Pokemon. As a quick background, I have been playing Pokemon since I could learn how to read. Was I good at it when I was like 6, 5, 4? No. But I still enjoyed it a lot. The first ever game I played was Pokemon Ruby on a Game Boy Color that my cousin gave to me when I was young, and it was like the best thing ever. And I have been just stuck in the building since. And I like the building. I think a lot of people nowadays have very picky tastes about the building that we're in, but I like how it's gone so far. And you know, once I got addicted to the games, I learned there was this anime show and then the movies, and yeah, the rest is history. I own some copies of these movies down here. A lot of random ones. I don't own them all, but honestly, owning them all would be really cool to do one day. But we are just gonna go through by generation, essentially, and we're gonna talk about the Pokemon films. And I'm gonna rank them, and I am probably going to say some very spicy things, but it'll be fun. All right, so obviously first on the list we have Pokemon in the first movie, which I've seen it before. I think it's a solid A. You know, it's a first movie, so it's not like it's... Ooh. That was horrible. It's a pretty good first movie for the anime. It's certainly not, compared to the other ones on this list, the best, but it's not the worst either. I think it's a very interesting movie. Because that's the one, yeah, that's the one where they travel to the island, and stuff. And I know it doesn't look like we have the reanimated version on here that they released recently that's like 3D CGI animation. That one's a little odd and peculiar. I don't know why they did that. On the bright side, it wasn't a live action remake. On the weird side, it was kind of odd. But hey, I don't understand the brains of the Pokemon Company executives, so I'm not gonna pretend I know anything else otherwise. Alright, next one on the list, Pokemon 2000. I gotta put it in an S tier. It's an S tier movie. It is definitely an S tier movie. The whole prophecy thing, I'm a sucker for prophecies in movies and the hero's journey. I love the music in the film. The story with Lugia is beautiful. It's just so, it's also so like 2000s. Trying to think of other interesting things to say about it. The whole prophecy thing, like I said before, was really cool. I liked how it was bringing back the 3 Kanto legendaries, Zapdos, Articuno, and Moltres, and bringing them into, like, I know this was the Sevi Islands arc or whatever it's called in the anime. I'll be honest, I didn't keep up with the anime as much as I kept up with the movies, just because that's a lot of freaking episodes. I hit some of the important ones along the way and just caught what I could when I was, you know, staying homesick from school and Cartoon Network was on. The movies are where I really jammed, and I really liked Pokemon 2000. I think it's really cool. And oh, I thought I heard something weird. It is just the laundry in the room next to me. So next up we have Pokemon the movie 3. I think it's got, oh my god, it's on the tip of my tongue. It's gonna bother me. It's gonna bother me. Hold on. Spell of the Unknown. That's right. Gosh, it was on the tip of my tongue. Pokemon the Spell of the Unknown. I also think this is a pretty S-tier film. There is so much to say about this film. There's so much to say about a lot of these films, which is really interesting. And looking back on it now, I probably should have rewatched a few of these before doing this live stream. Maybe in the future I'll rewatch these and do something else with them. I always thought it would be a fun video idea to go back and rewatch them and do like a whole, I watched all the Pokemon movies so you didn't have to kind of thing. That's beside the point. The Pokemon The Spell of the Unknown is a really cool movie. I love the character of Molly herself. She's a very sweet character. I love the emotional arc she goes through. I love how it's animated. I think it's animated pretty beautifully for a movie that was released in like 2001. Yeah, I definitely think it's S tier. All right, Pokemon Forever. With um, I think it's okay. I think it's a pretty solid B tier. Like, if it was on, I'd watch it, but I'm not going to go after it particularly unless, I am craving it for some reason. The story of Ash and his friends meeting this boy from the past, Sammy, I think that's fun. I think the twist at the end where the boy is Professor Oak is doubly fun. I think, the character Celebi animated adorably as they're supposed to in some of these films. They gotta have a cute companion mascot for him. The third act is a little strange with the possessed forest attacking everyone, if I remember correctly. That's a little strange. But other than that, I think it's a great film. Pokemon Forever is B tier though, because it's just not as good as it could be. I think that's a good way to describe it. Not as good as it could be, and it's a good solid B tier. All right, and then we have Pokemon Heroes, which is Latios and Latias. It features Ash getting kissed by a Pokemon, which I find hilarious. The whole relationship Ash has with Latias in this film is, for some reason, so funny to me. I don't know why, but I think it's hilarious. The plot itself, I think, is pretty cool too. I love the city that the movie is set in, and then they're exploring and having this adventure through. I enjoy that it's based off Venice with all the waterways. I think that's really cool. It gives some Johto Pokemon that Ash has, like Totodile, a chance to shine. It lets Misty have a chance to shine since all she raises are water types, and I think it's cool. I like this movie a lot too, because you can tell from this point it's starting to shift into their pattern. For the first, I don't know how long. It's got to be up until the last Kalos movie here, Pokemon Volcanion. They have a pattern of movies here. Though it is kind of interesting because it's not like an even pattern. It's kind of an on and off pattern, but it is a pattern that I noticed as a kid and I'm repeating to you now. They will have 3 movies, maybe 4 in the case of Hoenn, set in Hoenn. The last of those movies will introduce a Pokemon from the next generation. So you can look down, for example, we've got Pokemon Jirachi Wishmaker, Pokemon Destiny Deoxys, Pokemon Lucario and the Mystery of Mew. Lucario is a Sinnoh Pokemon that was introduced in, the Gen 4 games. Gen 4. Yeah. Sinnoh's Gen 4, right? I really should know that. Anyway, it was introduced in there. For Pokemon Heroes, Latios and Latias are technically Gen 3 Pokemon from Hoenn, but this is set in the Johto time. I just thought that was really cool as a kid that they would tease the upcoming games and Pokemon from the upcoming games or already released games within the anime movies themselves. I just thought that was a really neat thing. Moving along, we've got Pokemon Jirachi, Wishmaker. I can't tell what that says down there. It's so tiny. It's C tier. It's C tier. I think the interactions Max has with Jirachi are cute, but I don't know. I don't like Max as a character all that much. He's kind of a little bit of a spoiled brat. Compared to the other young child character they have traveling through Kalos with them, Bonnie. Bonnie is kind of the better of the two in my opinion. She's just a little less annoying than Max is. I think it is because Max is kind of a know-it-all when it comes to Pokemon, a little nerd. Little nerd, can't relate. Or maybe I relate too much and that's why I don't like him. Who knows? His interactions with Jirachi are cute in the film, but it's just, I don't know, it's just not it. It is just not it. And it's a shame because, I think the Hoenn and Sinnoh movies are some of the better-ish ones of the bunch, and it's just a shame that it's not as good quality as the others. It is one of the ones I own, I believe. I have like a 4-movie disc set for the Pokemon movies, and it has like a bunch of random ones. Yeah. Alright, next up is Pokemon Destiny Deoxys, which I think it's one of my favorites. Like I said before, one of the first games I played was Pokemon Ruby, so the Hoenn region itself has a lot of I like the Hoenn region a lot. It has a lot of nostalgia for me. It is like, I call it like basically my home region because it's what I grew up playing a lot. You know, for a while, the only 2 games I had were Ruby and Pokemon Leaf Green. So the Ruby game's really special to me. Hoenn was very special to me. It's the first thing I played, just like many other people. Their first generation and first region is very special to them. And this movie owns this. I had to have rewatched this recently too, because it's so fresh in my mind. I also watched it all the time as a kid. It is just so cool, like Deoxys, the alien Pokemon, and the character of I can't remember his name, the blue-haired kid. Hold on, I'm looking it up real quick because I need to know. No, go away, Google AI. Tori. Right, his name's Tori. The whole character arc of Tori is really cool because you see him start as this little kid in the world of Pokemon, like, he loves Pokemon. Everyone loves Pokemon in the world of Pokemon, granted, but he loves Pokemon. And then he has a traumatic incident where he almost gets, like, Mufasa'd to death. He almost gets run over by a bunch of Spheal, Silo, and Whaleren. And he's just traumatized for life now. He does not like Pokemon. He's afraid of them. He does not want to touch them. So he's kind of traumatized and he doesn't have one of his own. And then, you know, we follow the gang of Ash, May, Max, and Brock through this awesome, cool, high-tech city. I can't remember the name of it, but it's a really cool city. I loved how it was designed. I loved how it was animated. It just felt so alive. And they meet Tori there, who is like now kind of a loner who hates Pokemon, because who hates Pokemon in the world of Pokemon, you know? He's kind of a very interesting character. But as time goes on, we learn that he does have one friend, which is this like mysterious green crystal in his father's lab that turns out to be later on another Deoxys. But as the movie goes on, which take a shot every time I say that, we start to see a different Deoxys starts to attack the city, and the city, which is so high-tech and run by robots essentially, begins to like turn in on itself and attacking people, while Deoxys is like sucking other people up into it, if I remember correctly. And then Rayquaza comes in out of nowhere and starts attacking Deoxys, and they start having this awesome battle. And then at the very end of the film, the robots turn on each other, and it's like such a cute moment when Tori reaches out for the Plusle Minun that have been following them through this entire plot and just like grabs them, and it like helps him get over his fear and everything. And it's just such a good movie. I really need to rewatch it. It is such a good movie. So, yeah, solid S tier. Why is my PNG tuber doing this? Oh, it's set up on the wrong microphone. Whoops. I just looked over and I saw like the mouth going like crazy, and I'm like, what's going on? That's not how it's supposed to work. Yeah, if you didn't see on my community tab or on my Blue Sky, I did have a minor incident trying to record my most recent video, and we're just gonna hope it sounds good enough in post for the whole thing. I edited together a bit of the intro before I realized that I actually recorded it off my webcam audio instead, and that was my bad. But, you know, Anyway, movies. So we've got Pokemon, Lucario, and the Mystery of Mew back. And just like the other Hoenn movies, this is like a solid high tier, in my opinion. It does not feel as good as Destiny Deoxys. I think it's just because I love the story that Tori has so much. But it's up there. It's up there. I think it's a really cool movie. And again, I'm hearing the water in the walls, the piping. I think it's a really good movie. I think it's just like, honestly, all of these movies are like beautifully animated, especially the older ones. It's got such a cool story. Act 3 kind of gets a little off for me, but overall, it's a pretty good story. I like the bond that Ash has with Lucario. I love that it's like hinted at that Ash is like the next generation or like descended from this long line of like Aura warriors, Aura guardians, I mean. I think that's really fun. And then it's just like never talked about ever again. That's the fun thing about these movies, is that they're basically their own continuity here. What happens in the movies never affects what happens in the show, which I think is part of the reason why I enjoyed it so much, because you get these little sneak peeks and chapters of the grander journey that Ash goes on in each region. But you don't have to follow all 900 episodes each season to see it through. You get glimpses, like you can see how his Pokemon grow, and you can infer between movies, like, oh, Ash's Trico is now a Grovyle, and now it's a Sceptile. So you can basically infer how the growth has gone so far, and I think that's really fun. I know some people might not like it, but I think it's really fun. And it's also just funny that the continuity is just like so divorced but the same at the same time. It's very interesting. Very interesting. But the whole Aura Guardian thing with Ash is just, again, the funniest thing. Alright. Pokemon Ranger and the Temple of the Sea. I think I just said it in there for now. But you know what? I'll put it up to A tier. It's a very interesting movie because, like I said before, it tends to be a trilogy per generation. Actually, I think it's it's 4 movies per generation, so it fits still. I don't know why I thought it was a trilogy. Anyway, it tends to be, you get a hint at a future Pokemon in the last of the region, essentially, which this is interesting because it's kind of like split between 2, because Manaphy's a Sinnoh Pokemon essentially, and it was introduced through this movie, and there were game things where you could get through Pokemon Mystery Dungeon a Manaphy egg to your Sinnoh save. I never did that. I never knew how to do that, so I never did it. I kind of wish, looking back on it, that I would have, because that would have been something really cool to have, but I just could never figure it out myself. I think it's a pretty good movie. I like how much water is in it. Very Hoenn, 7.5 out of 10, too much water. I think it's a really good movie. It's more tied directly to the Pokemon Ranger series than it is the regular game series or the anime, which I think is really fun and different and unique. I like it when Pokemon does unique things. This is also another movie where, for some reason, they have a trend of like killing Ash in Act 3. Always found that a little odd. And this is another one where he drowns. Like, he dies and gets brought back to life. Very strange. It's a very strange, kind of concerning trend. But, you know, he's our hero. He's got to have those moments of sacrifice. Yeah. I really should have rewatched some of these movies before doing this stream. Oh well. You know, I'm still learning how to do this stuff, so. Moving on. Now we're in the Sinnoh era, which I think these 3 Sinnoh movies, if I could select multiple ones at a time, I can't, but I think all 3 are peak. I know that is kind of a common consensus amongst people, but it's because these 3 movies are the only movies that are connected. They are connected within their own story, which out of all of these 3 being connected is a little odd, let's be honest. They're separate from the actual canon of the show, but they're connected to each other through these 3 movies, but not the 4th one of the generation, which is doubly strange. But they're connected. What happens in The Rise of Darkrai with Palkia and Dialga attacking the city of Baltimore? Or is that? Let's see. Alamos Town. I was thinking of the A, but what happens in Rise of Darkrai, where Palkia and Lugia fight in I almost said Altamar, Alamore Town, leads into kind of Giratina, the Giratina film, which leads into Arceus and the Jewel of Life, which is honestly my favorite Pokemon film of all time. So the 3 being connected is really cool. It's just, it didn't happen ever again, and it didn't happen before, it hasn't happened since, which is such a shame, because I think having the generation movies connected to form their own continuity is really cool. I might actually just drop Giratina down a bit. I don't think it's as good as the other 2, but it is like the second part in the series, and those sequels tend to not always be good. Anyway, I just think those 3 Sinnoh films are so cool. Very cool. Alright, and then Zoroark, which is... Honestly, I'm going to put it in D tier. I didn't like it that much. It's, it's giving you a hint at the Unova region through Zora and Zoroark, but it's just not as fun. They had such peak with the last 3 movies, and then it crashed and burned. I don't think there's much else to say about it. And then we're getting on to the interesting ones. So we've got technically what is essentially a trio of films for the Unova movies, but it's still technically 4 because Pokemon the movie Black and Pokemon the movie White are the same movie with just very small differences. And they're both okay. I don't think they are the worst. They're not the best. They're not the worst. But it's just so weird that they took the time to animate different scenes for the Pokemon Black movie that they did for the Pokemon White movie. Which you could call kind of interesting because Pokemon Black and White are they were looking to start anew with these games. So it makes sense that they wanted to try something new with the anime films. But it's just still weird. It's still just weird. Alright, we've got Kyurem and the Swords of Justice, which I'll rank it B tier. No, it's a C tier. The C tier movies are the ones I wouldn't go out of my way to see. But if they're on, I would probably watch them. Kind of similar to B tier, but just a little lower in quality. They're okay, I guess. Not not the... You know what I mean. I don't actually remember a lot from this film. I think it's one of those films where it's oh, Ash makes a new friend in a legendary Pokemon like he did with Celebi and Lucario and the Latios and stuff. And I think Keldeo talks telekinetically? No, telepathically. Telepathically in this film. And it's just... It's not the best. I don't really like it that much. And then we've got Genesect, The Legend Awakened, which introduces Mega Evolution, which is criminally underutilized in the Kalos region, I'll be honest. They really wanted to push that Ash Greninja stuff. D tier. just D tier. Fiancé and the Cocoon of Destruction is a little bit above D tier, but honestly, the rest of the Kalos films are D tier. I would not watch them again. I would not go into watching them again. They're just not that interesting to me. This is about the time I fell off watching the movies myself. So that could be one of the reasons why, but I also just don't think they're as good as previous animated films. And they're also like the end of the generation, because after this, I already only have 3 movies left, so I'm gonna try and figure out, probably just pull up a game after this, honestly. It's just kind of depressing. Just seeing like they had such fun things going with the earlier Pokemon movies, and then it kind of just crashed and burned with the Kalos region, and then they just went, all right, we're not doing anything else. They're okay. The Kalos movies, you know, they're not ones I would go out to actually watch myself unless I had a specific reason to. I think I've only seen like the Hoopa movie and the Volcanion movie once, both of which have featured Ash befriending a legendary Pokemon or two, but they're just not that good. And a lot of people like the Kalos generation because it's like, ooh, Pokemon's going like in a more serious route. And I think some of the stuff they did was cool, but also the Kalos generation of the anime itself was just not my favorite. I actually really liked the Sun and Moon generation that followed it for the anime. It was just a nice change of pace to not see Ash going after every gym battle and just following a very specific hero's journey line of plot and just doing some fun stuff. Of course, I didn't watch all of it, and it did get a little weird at the end of Sun and Moon as they got into like the Ultra Sun and Moon lore, but yeah. And then these last 3. So I have not seen I Choose You, and I've only seen like half of The Power of Us. I never finished it. There's nothing I have against or for these films. Haven't seen them. It's as simple as that. And finally, which we're only 37 minutes in, and I've already finished this tier list, so that's a great sign. But we have Detective Pikachu, which I am going to rank A tier. It is one of the better video game movie adaptations I have seen, and I've seen quite a few, ironically. I think the Pokemon look amazing in this film, and I know a lot of people are like upset with how realistic they look. Like Mr. Mime, Jigglypuff, they look ugly in the film. But I think that's honestly how they look in real life. I think they did a really great job of exploring how Pokemon could actually look in real life compared to the stylized games. Also, the plot was kind of fun. I saw it in theaters. It was wild, and a talking Pikachu and, oh my god, what's his name? I also think Justice Smith is a really great actor. I think he's fun. He was very fun to see play behind a talking Pikachu, voiced by Ryan Reynolds, who also turned out to be his dad. That was very interesting. I never played the Detective Pikachu games itself, but I thought it was really interesting that out of all the games they chose to do that one. I think it was just because it had a more concrete storyline, like one that could reasonably fit within the span of a movie. One that could reasonably fit. So it was fun. It was a lot of fun. I really should have, looking back on this, played or watched these games. Watched these games? Watched these movies beforehand. But I didn't. And that's why I'm floundering a bit, so that's fun. Well, I have about another hour and a half set aside for streaming. But yeah, this is my tier list. I will Save it for myself. Okay. Okay, my downloads got scanned by McAfee. Whatever. No thanks. I will save this and I will share it later. For now, I am actually going to take a second. Oops, I did not mean to close all of those windows. That also had my music. You know, I'm still learning how to video stream, so it's gonna make sense that it's gonna be a little clumsy at first. But what we're gonna do is I'm gonna pull up a game to play. I'm gonna pull up a game to play for a bit. Do. Then do. Of course, Steam has to update when I'm trying to pull up a game for the first time in a week. Always the worst time. Alright, I'm gonna pull up some Fields of Mistria and just play around in the save a bit. Get some B-roll for an upcoming video. There we go. Yay, Fields of Mistria! Oop. Hold on. I don't know which game is gonna continue. Okay. Alright, I don't need background audio because it's gonna play music. Right, here we are back in our Fields of Mistria save. Woohoo! And it's raining, so that means we've got more things to do. I don't even remember where we were. I haven't played it since that one stream. Let's talk to Calderas. They pass down through many generations. Do not forget that there's a jump. Okay. I assume that makes more sense if you're human. Perhaps you will find it useful. Yeah. Alright, let's get some stuff to sell. Wonder what they've got here. Let's see. Ooh, I would love some of that silver, but... let's see. Ooh, metal. I would need that. I need that for the museum, so I will buy it. Let's see see if this updated properly. I would love it if my YouTube app worked for once. Yeah, stop it. Alright, yeah, it looks like it updated to Fields of Mistria properly. Anyway, here's the now Spring Forager set. I only need the mushroom. Wonder if I can find the mushroom. I feel like the mushroom would come up when it's raining. Ah, fennel. I need to buy a net at some point too. I think you buy them? I don't remember how you get them. Let's see. Anything good over here? Nothing forageable. Down here. Okay, okay. Oh, cool. Sod. And some bones. Awesome. Lovely, lovely. And wee. Oh, wee. Nope, I wanna... Wee! I do enjoy having a jump button in this game. I think it's a lot of fun. Well, I found a bunch of bones for the museum. Let's see. If I were a mushroom, where would I be hiding? I should also get a fishing rod at some point. Chestnut. Water chestnut. I had water chestnuts for the first time in my life a couple months ago, and I'm still, like, imagining it. This game looks fun. It is fun. It's one of those cozy farming sims. I like it because of its style. It's very 90s anime retro-esque. And it's cute. Yeah, a jump button in a farming sim is certainly unique. I know, I love it. Whee! Okay, okay. I like it because I can jump down cliffs and feel so awesome while doing it. Welcome in, jacket, by the way. Blue conch shell. I have the conch, you must listen to me now. I like Fields of Mistria because it's still technically in, I think, alpha, or it's still being developed, but it's cool so far. And it's made by the same people who made the Pusheen the Cat series, so I know it's gonna be, and you know it's gonna be good. They know what they're doing. What did my phone vibrate for? Oh. Nothing important. Oh, cool, more bones. My inventory's full though, so I should probably go empty it. Do I have this path cleared? Nope. Let's see. I need all the money I can get. I keep the water chestnuts to eat for energy. But I need all the money I can get right now. Let's get the bones. And down here for the shards. Or, no, peat. It's peat, not shards. I never play with this game's music, but it's really nice. I should add this to my stream playlist because this music's really nice. Very cozy, very quaint. Anyway, I am actually working on a video concept, so it's not quite going to be essay yet. Still working on the outline and stuff. This will be probably like a... Ooh. Treasures. But this will be a future concept I have talking about, like, why we like these farmer sim games so much. I can aim. Clay. Cool. I'm probably never gonna use it. Oh, I have something here. I have shoes. Oh, no, they're pants. Let's see. Let's look at our character for Nimbus. Let's see. That'd be a good video? Yeah. It's kind of looking at a lot of stuff when it comes to farming sims, and the bonus is I get to play cute games like this and Stardew Valley and stuff on stream and get some B-roll at the same time. Let's see. That does not look red. That looks so pink. That just looks wrong. I don't like the... it's okay. I think I'll do the... Ooh, yeah. I think I'll do that. And then... What do the adventure pants look like again? Oh no, they're cloth pants. No, these pants. It's kind of okay. I don't know, I think we'll stick with the overalls, the yellow overalls. I think those look better. What do they want? Wild berries. Something. Yes! Okay. I'm gonna quickly head back to the farm, grab the wild berries I think I put away to be sold, and give them to... What's her name? Elsie. Elsie. Excuse me. Flower. Wild berries. I was sitting on my foot for half the stream already, and it's now asleep, and I'm just like trying to subtly wake it up. But it feels so horrible. Drop these in. Let's see, where is she? I think she's up at the bathhouse. Here you go, have some wild berries. Oh yay, recipe. Yay, stuff I don't have. I don't even have a stove in my house yet. That would probably be something good to get eventually. We have another quest I think I need to do still. What new hat? Oh, farmer's cap. Okay, that just looks stupid. Straw hat. Yeah. Hair clips a bit, but who cares? New little outfit. New little change. Anyway, let's see what the kid wants. Because he gives me a net. Oh, amazing! And here comes me! Nimbus, you came! Are you ready to become an entomologist? It means someone who studies insects. I know what an entomologist is, Hemlock. I love this little kid who loves bugs. I just think it's so fun. I am also excited for bugs. So are we. Until now, Luke's been bringing all his finds back to his room. But it's a big job being the only entomologist in Mistria. Will you join me? I've got to catch 'em all. That's what I like to hear. Awesome. More net. Pass it on to a new generation of bug catchers. As if I'm not like 20 years older than this kid. But thank you. Yeah. Look at that form. Don't forget to bring any new bugs you find to Errol at the museum. Please don't bring them here. Be sure to tell me about any neat bugs you find. I think I need to bring every single bug I find to the inn. I need to bring them all to the inn and release them all at once. There we go, Petal Hopper. Yeah, that'll show them. That'll show them all. I got bugs. Bug. Spring insect set, grass insect set. How are you doing, by the way? How are you doing, Island? Have you had a chance to see Mistria off the beaten path? There are ruins and artifacts to be found everywhere. This land is rich with history. Yeah, I found some things. I hope they make those museum wings something you can access and walk through later on in the game. I know it'd be a lot to add, but I think it would just add to the immersion. Like the museum in Animal Crossing New Horizons is one of my favorite things. It's just so nice and cozy, and I like it a lot. Bug. I got an ant. The one bug I despise, of course. But hey, at least I can get it to the museum and get it out of my hands pretty soon. Do they here too? Yeah, no, nothing good. Actually, I think I'm gonna save those. I'll sell other things, but I want to save those because they're like my only source of food and energy in the game this early on. Let's see. More bugs. I love this little cow path in front of the house. It's so cute. It's 8 o'clock in the game and 8 o'clock in real life. Ooh. I don't know if I can catch it. I don't know if I can catch that. Pond skater. He is teasing me. Yeah. Take that, pond skater. I'm kind of surprised it's not a museum bug, but whatever. Wakey. I got bugs to give you. And by bugs, I mean a single ant. Gotta destroy the rock. I'm gonna keep that pond skater bug on me for a bit. I know, it's just 15 gold. That's not gonna be anything big. It's not really worth it to sell it. They're just such a pain to catch that I want to hold it over myself for a bit. Hey, 2 new rewards. Alright. Friday night at the inn. That's one of my favorite parts about this game. Every Friday night, there's a little group thing at the inn, and it adds a lot of fun characterization. Quest started. Ooh, is anything ready yet? No. Oh yeah, I can get my turnips. I think I'm gonna go for broke and buy a bunch more seeds at the general store real quick too. It's a butterfly. Gotcha. Hummingbird hawk moth. What? Like miraculous ladybug? I kid. Good morning, Calderas. How are you doing, buddy? Although there is much that I cannot remember from ages past, the feeling of springtime is something one cannot forget. Indeed, buddy. Indeed. It would work even easier if I knew what keys to press. Anything good today? Question mark butterfly. I have that. No. Bonk bonk. Adventurer's boots. Crust for a pike. Stinky stamina potion. Alright. Give me all your seeds. Tesserae, right, that's what they call the gold. You do not want to be in debt to Nora. That's only a little ominous. Cabbage, potato, strawberry. Alright. Talk about going broke. Shoot. We just gonna eat the turnip. I have 2 other turnip, and one of them will be turned into the library. Library? No, museum. I'm thinking of Stardew Valley. Okay. Let's drop this 2 things in here so I can. Oh my heart out. Oh yay, leveled up my farming. Let's go. I made too many spots, but we're just gonna roll with it. Put these back, grab my axe and net. I saw you over here. Get over here. I already had you, but you will be 10 tesserae richer come tomorrow morning. And then we just start my foraging loop again need to save up for the bag upgrade. Oh, I like how the little face up here changes depending on how much energy you've used. I just think that's cool. Unidentified artifact. All right, let's see what it is. Ooh, a sword. Bummer you can't use the swords like a sword. All right, let's eat some of these. Oh, those only replenish 1 energy point. That's great. An uncommon crustacean, the relic crab. Anything here? Ooh, the thingy. All right, let's go drop some of this stuff off at the museum. Oh, the snail! I so badly want the snail. I think I can. Oh, I can just leave him there to float. I'll be back for you, snail. Excuse me. Coming through. Boop, 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 boop. No, 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 no. That would deal. I'm sure there's a much easier and more efficient way to be doing this, but I don't know it. Oh yay, Pete. Ooh, there's a lot of artifact spots here. Clicked out of the window. Nope. Bones. And more clay. What you got? Oh, how exciting. More peat. I'll be back for you. I like that you can just like catch things and then if your inventory is full, just leave it. Just leave it there. Like, bang. And, oh, I had another grasshopper, but that's beside the point. Whee! Whee! Donate. Just the bones. Okay. Oh, cool. I got a new reward. Unlock the explorer's hat, and then crayfish etouffee. I don't know what that means. We just gonna vibe with it, though. I know it's a food. That's really all I know. Alright. Hello. I know what you're thinking. I wasn't expecting to spend my hottest years in this podunk town, but here I am. Oh, just me? Huh. Hi, March. Let's keep it moving. Let's see, I want to keep that and keep the heat. You're so itchy today. Ooh, butterfly. Question mark butterfly. Huh. Huh. Snail. I like how we just carry the snail above our head. Ooh, beetle. Surf beetle. Another relic crab. I'll take it. Another surf beetle. Well, I think that's it for up here. I saw something over here. Ladybug, ladybug, ladybug. I like the fact that you can jump in this game a lot. It's like you don't get stuck. And you can also swim, swim, swim. It does scare the fish away, but it's fun. Let's see, I gotta donate more bugs. More bugs. I totally didn't even think about the requests I have, so I just accept them and fulfill them when I can. That's really how I play the game. Can I have B over here? Thank you. To be. To be or not to be? That is the question. 3B or not 3B? That is the question. Whee. Alright, let's drop off what I got left, which is just a B. And let's head to the inn. And then I honestly think I'm going to call it quits for tonight because I am sleepy and I am tired. I don't know how people can stream for more than like 2 hours at a time. I guess if you have people to keep you company. So the way the inn nights work is that they're all grouped into these like 3 groups. And it switches 4 groups actually because you got the kids up there. Ooh, I will take a bowl of soup. Free food. You got the 3 little kids up here, and then a table here, and then this group here. And they all do different things depending on the season. It is the funniest thing ever. So let's talk over here. Hit me. Oh, she sounds pretty confident, don't you think, Rias? Wish I could say. I just deal the cards, man. I'm in for 50 more Tesserae. So they're playing like a poker game over here. Card games. That bluff won't work on me. Are you quite certain you don't need any more cards, Nora? Are you sure you don't need any more cards, Errol? Now, let's keep it friendly. No need to get worked up. Hey guys, 4 of a kind is good, right? Or should I hold out for 5 of a kind? Guys? And then I think these people over here play essentially Dungeons and Dragons, which is hilarious. And it changes every season what they're doing. I don't know what to do with all these numbers. I set all of these useless stats to 1 so my mind stat can be 67, which you would think is impossible for a starter character. But if you look... This is great, I should get it. You should get it. It's definitely worth it. I like the style. I don't think it's that expensive on Steam either. It is only Windows right now, if I remember correctly, but, you know, it's still a game in progress. I forgot he named his thief Snickle Fritz. Bad Brad, the bearded bard. Please call him by his full name. Sigh. This is what I get for arriving late to the cards table. And then over here they do like a food related thing. Okay, so I think it's a drinking club this time. He's... Someone's an honest drunk. Just like you, Valen. Having no palate is nothing to be ashamed of. Here, try some of my wine. You'll see. As a doctor, I simply can't recommend drinking at home, alone. A girl can't get a little sloppy on a Monday night? This is why you have a reputation for being stiff, Valen. I have a reputation? The girls are fighting. What fun. And then the last group up here are the little kids. Let's see what they're up to. I think... Don't let anyone see you. Coast is clear. Now before we tell you anything, you have to pinky swear you won't tell anyone. Because we're planning a heist. Right, they're doing a heist. Della's blonde. I'm the face. And you're the courier. I got roped into a heist. Mr. Valor. His secrets, more precisely. Why does he always keep his door shut? Is it because we keep trying to go in there uninvited? We're gonna find out. Meet us here next week, Nimbus. It's just so fun. Oh. Yeah, I forgot you can kind of walk into everyone's room except Valor's. Yeah, it's a fun little game. It's definitely something I recommend. Ooh, is that a Luna moth? Gimme, gimme, gimme. Hold on. Everyone seems to be having fun tonight. Yeah. Yeah, they have fun on the Friday nights. I think it's fun. Hold on. Alright. Back. This game has like... So they're, It was a Luna moth. Oh, they're my favorite bug. Or, I guess they're technically a moth. My favorite moth. They have something that happens, Friday nights is this game, and then during the day, Saturdays, once you get to a certain point, you can, unlock a market. So you get 4 more additional characters that come by. Non-romanceable ones, unfortunately, but it opens up furniture, clothing, hairstyles, and a little coffee stand. And it's the cutest thing. It's like a farmer's market. Yay, more money. Nope, didn't get there yet. But since I still have the bridge down and haven't made any progress towards fixing that, for now, it is just me, myself, and I. What's this? Oh, reopening the mines. Well, honestly, I am probably gonna leave stream here today. Keep the music up. It was fun. I definitely think if I do another tier ranking thing, I need to have the media I am tier ranking more immediate in my brain, because I am a very forgetful little cloud sometimes. Yeah. So I guess this is going to be it for tonight. I am also a little tired, if you couldn't tell by my voice. So expect the new video out within the next week or so. I did have some issues with recording the audio. Apparently it recorded off my webcam, but I think I made it sound okay now. I've been tweaking with some audio settings in my editing program, and I think I made it sound passable at the very least. and I can hide any any issues with it under some music. So any imperfections can be hidden. Right. Well, I hope everyone has a great night, and I will see you guys again maybe next Monday.